I'm NickWu from the Brunch Club. I play top lane.
And I'm Lautemortis from the Brunch Club, and I play jungle.
All right, thanks for interviewing with us today. How are you guys feeling about how are you and your team feeling so far about your performance in the qualifiers?
I feel terrific. I only felt bad about one game, the first game against Team Line, but otherwise I felt like I did very well, and I was forced to be like
I feel like as a team we played really cohesively and well, which as a jungle I feel like is a lot of my responsibility. So our overall play I think was very strong. We had a couple lapses that could have been bad if Martin was a more experienced team, but for the most part I feel like we played well enough.
Nice. What does it mean to you guys to have qualified for the Season 3?
It means a whole lot to qualify for Season 3. I feel like just as a career, a lot of opportunities are going to come up because of this, and I don't have to waste my time doing school. And maybe as bad as that sounds, like not getting an education, but my personality wasn't suited to school, and I love to play, and I'll be glad to be able to make a living off what I love to do, which is playing League. So I'm ecstatic about it. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, it means everything to us. We practiced extremely hard for several weeks going into this tournament. And we came into this expecting to win. But when it actually came out and we won, like, we don't even know how to react. Like, it just seems so surreal. But just like the feeling of winning anything is so awesome. When we finally realized what it means to have won, I'm sure the feeling will hit me even harder.
How do you feel Riot has done in how they've held this event so far?
I feel like Riot's done a terrific job of getting the players out here, the shuttle service and everything, and all the food that they cater for us, and the environment they have here. I think it's all been great. Sorry about that. I think it's all been great, and I'm glad to be a part of it now, being in the top 18.
Yeah, Riot's really done an awesome job getting us out here, getting us situated, making sure we're comfortable with everything, and going the extra mile to explain what and where everything is going to happen. It's been great dealing with them, and I'm grateful that this is the organization that is salarying us, because they're going to do great things to go above and beyond and make sure that we're comfortable.
Do you like the way that they've set this all up, as opposed to having IPL, MLG, DreamHack, that kind of thing? It's all consolidated and run by Riot. You guys like that?
Compared to other tournaments, Riot runs it very smoothly. All of the Riot events I've gone to have run seamlessly, as opposed to like an MLG where the stream goes down forever, or you're not sure exactly what's happening when. I feel a little bit better than that, but still, Riot really pulled this event out as well as IPL has done in recent events, and that's just amazing.
I just wanted to point out that I've only been to one MLG, but so far this event, it seems a lot more like, I guess, personal. The Riot staff, you can talk to them. They're always around to, talk to, and they're chill with you and everything. They're kind of there to be your friends as well. When I was at MLG, I felt like I didn't meet much of the staff because they weren't as accessible. And even then, it seems like it was just all business, but Riot seemed to be more invested in the actual players, and trying to build a friendship as well, like a relationship.
I'm sure that's really helpful for you guys as players.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wish they would do differently or better or anything like that so far?
I think everything's been pretty good, but I think to determine a top 8 team, I'm not complaining or anything because we made it, but I thought all the matches should have been best of 3, just to determine true skill and great grace under pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah. Building off of that, to accelerating the teams that make it for the next 4 months, you kind of really want to make sure that the teams that made it are the teams that deserve to make it. And while I think that's been true for the most part this tournament, the way that Cloud9 got knocked out, you could say something sort of a fluke, because the team is definitely being the favorite and expecting to win. But I mean, it's their own fault for getting knocked out. If they were truly a top 2 team in this tournament, they would have overcome those differences and made it good.
Would you say that's been your biggest shock as far as the teams who did not qualify was Cloud9?
That's the only shock that I've seen.
The only true upset.
We expected to make it. Maybe that's a shock to some people that we didn't, but I feel like we're definitely top 8 as well.
That's fantastic. What would you guys say has been your favorite play of the qualifiers so far?
We had the Kha'Zix pentakill in our games. If you're talking about our game specifically, that would be our most memorable play.
Overall play, I actually think not by like a kill basis, but I think Azure Gaming's Bloodwater, the support player, he makes terrific calls. He has great predictions, excellent word placement at all times, and he just really knows how to play the game, like his role at the highest level. I think I'd say Bloodwater is like one of the MVPs of this tournament, even though Azure couldn't make it out of the wild.
And a similar question: are there any specific moments that will stay in your mind forever from this weekend?
Killing that Nexus in the second game against Mars is one I won't forget. The explosion's never been so big.
Yeah, they're definitely memorable. Still, I guess Chuper's pentakill, at least he won't forget it. Chuper won't forget it. And since he won't forget it, he'll probably never let us forget it.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Would you guys say you have a rivalry with Team Martin then? Is that what I'm hearing?
More camaraderie, I think.
Camaraderie?
Yeah,
Because
we're
Team
good
Martin,
friends with them.
yeah, I'm friends with all of them. I know all of them personally, and Clayky D, the jungler for Team Martin, is my own brother.
Your physical brother?
Yeah, he's my big
that's
brother.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What is that like, competing against your brother?
I was very nervous playing against him yesterday.
Who's better?
Well, I am now, definitely.
Right now he's got the salary.
Yeah, right now I have the salary. He kind of knew my weaknesses, I guess.
But likely you know his.
Yeah, but we played different roles, and I was playing a lane, and he was playing jungle, so I wasn't gonna go counter jungle him or something, right? But he knew that he ganked me top end, it was successful, so he made me very like ineffective or irrelevant the first game, but the second game I came back super strong. I was carrying that game, but alongside our AD carry. And well, the rest of the team was doing their work too. It was great. But overall, I was nervous, but we took it.
You carry?
Yeah, I carried.
Do you guys have any rivals as teams at this point?
We play D&D a lot, and we play them very closely. So
I'd say they're like friendly rivals.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They're great. They're like partners. They're swimming partners.
we have good relationships with all the teams. So
Yeah.
we wouldn't say per se we have a rival.
But we do have like
we have close matchups.
competitive.
Friendly scrims that are very close.
Yeah. So, what do you think that your team does successfully that's brought you here and gotten you qualified?
We're all really good friends with each other. So like when we have communication breakdowns, we really work through the problem and get to what we can actually fix. And we make the best of bad situations. When we lose, we're never yelling at each other. It's always constructive. We like to keep everything constructive. That helped us get better a lot quicker.
Yeah, and it's just we're such good friends, and like you said, it's always constructive. And it always helps the gameplay. It never feels like they're like one or the other is like hating on you for doing something dumb, or like they're always trying to help you. We're always trying to help each other get better. In terms of like actual gameplay, I feel like our poke strategy is really good. Yeah, that's what Well, I think I play one of the best Jaces in North America. Sorry, so talking.
Hey, you got to be confident.
I feel like I play one of, if not the best Jace in North America. Seeing as how most people don't play Jace, or they play Jace mid. So I'll say at least.
And even if they did
Jace.
play Jace, it's still best. You put all those other Jaces in the dumpster.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, with regards to your communication that you guys mentioned, what would you say is like your hierarchy of communication, or how does it go in game? Who makes the most calls? What do you guys do?
LauteMortis is the captain. He makes the most calls, but funny enough, I don't listen to him a lot of the time. Sometimes it makes him feel like the headset's broken or something, but he would be the head. I don't talk that much, although that's something I need to work on. I'd say the person who talks the second most would be our AD player, Brunch. Him and Chuper, our mid, are kind of tied, and then me and the support, LAB, are a little bit more quiet.
We all make calls though. If we see an opening, it's not up to one person to recognize. Like, if somebody sees a weakness in how they're playing, like we all are yelling it out. We're all very vocal, and we make sure we make the correct decision for all of us.
That's good. How about outside of game? What's the hierarchy there? Who makes the calls?
I mean, outside of game, we're all just, a normal group of friends that, let's say there's nothing to do, we probably sit there for like an hour deciding what to do and then get nothing accomplished.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
But as far as getting us awake and on time, I have to deal with all of the sleepy apps.
Apparently I'm the toughest to wake up.
It's true. I have to hit him with a pillow.
They hit me with a pillow for like 10 minutes and I still don't wake up.
Whatever's necessary.
Yeah.
Flip the mattress over.
Not with him on it.
Well, I think I just figured that out.
I played video games
I'm not that bad. Okay.
So let's see. How often you guys? You had mentioned you'd had practice for hours before, for weeks before the event. How often do you guys practice? What's your schedule? For how many hours a day do you practice for?
We practice basically every time Nick's work schedule allows. Coming into this, he had work and he had school, so he was running like triple time playing video games all night, which doesn't sound like a hard job, but when you're physically and mentally fatigued, it becomes a hard deal. And if we lose a scrim, and you're already that mentally fatigued, then you just start apparently complaining the entire night. And I know it's hard. But we got as many games as we could. We'd say we played around 6 hours a day, actually in scrims, not in lobbies waiting. And that was a good amount for us. I feel like that was one of the best coming into this event. We definitely came in prepared and ready to play, and we knew exactly what we wanted to do in all our games.
What do your practice sessions look like? What do you have a regimen, or do you just scrim, or how do you guys do that?
We don't do a whole lot of film review. We watch our GMs and things together when we have free time, but most of the time when we had such a limited scrim schedule where we could, most of the time spent when we all had free time, it was all just in games. And then if we found something we needed to review, a few of us would review it and we would relay what we had found.
Do you do much opponent review, or pretty much just focus on yourselves?
Coming to this, we knew exactly what our opponents were going to run. We knew exactly what bands they would do and what we would do, and what picks they would run and what we would run. So our review going into our games against Marn and against Pulse and against Curse, we knew exactly what each team would do. And we set up really good comps to take advantage of what they wanted. But we feel like they didn't exactly know what we wanted.
Yeah, it felt as though we studied the teams very well. We had good bands against them. And the teams we played against, they either, they didn't ban us out, or they can only ban a portion out. Where it seems as though we could ban out, their main strengths and then take advantage of whatever else we had. Yeah.
You had mentioned earlier that you guys had a couple lapses in the game against Marn. What were those lapses, and in general, what are you guys trying to do to improve your play?
At least in my play at top, I learned the matchup a lot better of Zed versus Cho'Gath. It's not a good matchup for Zed. I learned that, and I learned that I need to be more aware of how people want to gank me. I still have an issue with determining where the jungler is, or let's say he comes to gank, but then he leaves, and I don't have vision. I have to respect that he could still be there, which he was that time. The first game I had against Marn, I was 0-5. I was doing terribly. My team was just carrying me out of there. And, that's what I think I have to work on the most, especially if I'm playing a character like Zed, where if I go to harass with my W, I lose the option of escaping as well, or I have to burn flash, which I don't want to do that just because he comes in and puts the fear tether on his mouth or something. So I think my biggest strength to work on at the lapse in my gameplay was just being open to getting ganked pretty freely.
The biggest thing we learned is, I guess as a team, if you don't camp Nick, he'll 1v1 the other champion and he'll beat them. And so that's what happened in the third game. Or the second game, they just let Nick 1v1 Olaf. And, it's a matchup Olaf should win, but Nick is just able to outplay. That's what he does. So we just need to let Nick do what he does.
Yeah. So if you guys had one thing that you would say makes your team stand out, that would let you guys win this whole thing, what would that be?
Our willingness to get better. We definitely are all willing to put in the time to get better. And then, our ability to get better also incorporates our communication with one another. How quickly we're willing to adapt to changes and adapt to play calling situations. And I feel like that's probably our biggest strength.
I still feel like we don't have a skill ceiling right now. We haven't capped out, and we're not close to capping out yet. So I feel like that's good. We still have a ton of potential. Yeah, I think that's what I would say makes us be able to win everything.
Well, that's great. Are there any things you guys would like to point out or say, or any shout outs you'd like to give?
Of course, shout out to Brunch, the team. Shout out to the entire team. I want to shout out to my brother who's playing his heart out for the last spot in the LCS, Quakey D, Team 1 in general. I like to shout out just where I work, Dream Lab Gaming, Dream Lab, and my boss, James Tank. He gave me a lot of opportunities to play League, and my job wasn't as demanding as a job could have been, because I just work at the LAN center, so I had time to practice and come to this prepared. So,
yeah, and similar shout outs to my team. Good luck tomorrow and at the end of the playground just to finish out the games. Hopefully Martin's able to pull it out. To all the fans and supporters that have been with us and that have recently started following the team, the support means a lot, and that's what's going to help propel us to be one of the best teams in North America.
How can they follow you?
My Twitter handle is @Lautemortis.
my Twitter handle is @NickWu.
Okay. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Mobile Fire TV is sponsored by Origin and Razer.